We can be his fan, but Jesus desires us to be his followers. And sometimes followers, it hurts. It does, it hurts. I became a Christian when I was 13 years old. We went to a Russian Baptist church in Richmond. Grew up there until I met Christine. We got married there, and then once we started having children, we moved out. We started attending Dandenong Baptist Church. And we're fairly faithful with the Lord, and he really blessed us, like unbelievably. As time went on, when people talk about you, it starts to build pride within you. And before you realise, you're actually living on that pride. You know what I mean? And you're starting to think, yeah, I'm pretty good. Yeah, I'm pretty successful. You know, yeah, I've got a gift for this. Without realising, God's starting to come out of the picture slowly. Before you used to glorify God through all that. But then Satan starts to come in with this pride thing. Before I knew it, I was on the road where I was up and down, wasn't consistent, and that bothered me. I think God laid that on my heart. After a while, I just down on my knees and I said, Lord, whatever it takes, you need to refine my life. Whatever it takes. When I was first diagnosed with cancer, it was an absolute freaky moment. Honestly, for about 3 hours, I didn't know which planet I was on because I couldn't stop thinking about, well, what am I going to do now? I think in the physical sense, we want to fix it ourselves. That's my natural habit all the time, and God didn't want me in that place. He says, I want to fix you. After the first operation I had, I was healing so quickly. Even the doctors were astonished, but for me, still wasn't quick enough. I said, wish I could just heal this body and get out of here. As soon as I said that, it's like this person that was sitting beside me in the chair, said to me, he said, Nick, he said, haven't you learnt yet? If you can do that on your own, you don't need me. If you don't need me, he says, you and I don't have a relationship. And if we don't have a relationship, he says, we cannot spend eternity together. And there can only be one person that said that. Who are we going to spend eternity with? Is Jesus. And I think that bit there absolutely changed my life. It turned me inside out. And I've recognised the thing that I was searching for all those years, God needed to put me into bed because I didn't have time for him. But now he's given me another bout. So for whatever reason it is, I don't know, but I'm fully trusting in him. I think there's stuff there that God needs to deal in my life. And slowly he's doing that. I don't feel sorry. I don't feel bitter. Actually, I rejoice. When I was diagnosed with cancer, I was driving home and I started praying to God. I said, Lord, I just put me in your hands again. I says, I just trust you and everything. Whatever needs to be, as long as your hand is on my life. Doesn't matter what else comes. Paul writes to us. He says, when it comes, rejoice in it, because through that, spiritual growth. If you allow God to be able to take control of your life in those areas, God becomes unbelievably real. You can actually feel God. You talk to him, and he does. He talks to you, you know. He quietens you. And this is what I personally needed. It's just an incredible, incredible experience. Honestly, I'd go through 100 cancers to be able to have that relationship with my God. It was the toughest journey physically, but I wouldn't give it up for anything because what God did for me spiritually. Because Jesus is alive too in my life, you know, and I love him to bits.